Hello lovelies, and at long last, welcome to a new Project Life video. So yes, week 13, that's all I'm up to. I am slowly getting through, but I read about an idea the other day that someone commented, I think on my last Project Life video. They said that they print off all their photos and put them in their album and then just do the layouts as they go. I think that might be something I need to do, so stay up to date with my photos in my album. But yeah, I think that's going to help me get much more motivated. So anyway, week 13, this is the week of Easter. So last week of March, first day of April. I Project Life Monday through Sunday as my weeks. Sunday's the last day of the week for us, not the first. It's weird to do it that way. So I do Monday to Sunday. Monday being the first day, Sunday being the last. And yeah, so this is the week of Easter weekend. So Easter was on the 1st of April. But I'm pretty sure Easter is going to get its own separate page. Well, not just Easter, but April 1st was my son's birthday. He was 6, and it also happened to be Easter Sunday. So my in-laws were up for his birthday. So there's a lot of photos from this week. So these are just random photos from that week, and then we went to Currumbin, so that's going to have its own spread in my album before this layout. And then I'm pretty sure Easter Day and Will's birthday are going to have its own spread after this. So there'll be 3 double page spreads for the entire week, if that makes sense. So in saying that, I have gone with what I consider to be Easter colours. Easter to me says pastel yellows, pinks, purples, things like that. I'm not sure why. That's just always what I envision Easter layouts to look like. And there, even though Easter Sunday is not included in this, there is still a lot of pictures of Easter bunny ears and Easter hat parade, school Easter presents, things like that. So it still worked for me. And I am still working from an old kit that I have. I think I've used it for the last 2 layouts. I've said it before, I prefer using kits for my Project Life because everything is all coordinated and all there ready for me to use. The problem I find is if I try and get supplies out of my stash, what I grab, that's it. I don't go back and get anything else. So whatever's on my desk is all I'm going to use. And I find that it limits my options and my layouts just start feeling and looking the same. And that bugs me. So I like to work from kits because I tend to keep my kits together in a container, and then I have this little plate of what I call my plate of awesomeness, and it's got all my embellishments in it. So I can pull things from, that's my plate of awesomeness there. So I can pull things from this kit, and because there's so much in the kits that I get, I feel that it's not going to look repetitive. So look back on the last 2 videos of my Project Life, you'll see they look very different despite the fact I've used the same thickers for my last 2 title cards. But I have used the same kit and it's still got a different feel for every layout. And that's why I love using kits so much. I think I'm about 2 kits behind. I really need to open up some new ones. But I do have so much left in these kits that I just want to keep using them because I just don't want them to sit in my stash. So that is why I tend to use always exclusively kits from kit clubs in my Project Life. So you've seen it before. I like to embellish my photos with, if I journal on them, I cut up strips of cardstock and I write my journaling straight on my photos. These 2 pictures down the bottom. Now, for starters, I want to get more of these tiny thickers that I've used in the yellow. I'm not a fan of the yellow, but it was in the kit and it's one of my Easter colours, for lack of a better word, and they're just really cool thickers, like really cool alphabets. I need to get some more, but I also want to get some more of these doodlebug ones that I used for my title. I have them in black and I have them in turquoise. I might have them in white, but I'm just finding they're so versatile and there's so many letters. I really need to get some more in more colours. In saying that, what's happening, people of the scrapbooking industry? Where are our thickers of just week, the word week, over and over again? For us Project Lifers, we use it at least 52 times. So I do not understand why there is not a set of thickers out there that just has the word week over and over with a whole bunch of numbers. I would buy that. I would buy many of those. Really, I implore you, scrapbook industry, please give us the thickers. But anyway, yes, I really do want some more of these doodlebug ones in different colours. They're the perfect size for this. But in saying that, I used those bright yellow ones down the bottom on this picture of Cooper. Now, these two pictures on the bottom sort of go together. So, being the week of Easter, we went to a junk shop, which is like a dollar shop if you're not an Aussie. And my son, Cooper, my oldest, found this bunny set for your car. So it's a set of bunny ears and a tail. So yes, there's a tail on the back of my car as well. And then I went to my husband's work and his boss was looking at my car because everyone was amused by my bunny ears. And he goes, you need some whiskers. So he went and rigged up a set of whiskers out of a bunch of cable ties. Now, Cooper is my young at heart little boy. He's coming up on 11, but I've mentioned it before and I'll probably mention it many, many more times because it is a big part of our life. Cooper has autism and he is a very young-minded, young-hearted little boy. So he was so excited to get this set of ears for our car. So when he saw that we now had whiskers, our car actually looked like a bunny and he was just overjoyed. He was flappy happy, as we call it. He gets very excited and he flaps his hands. And he was so thrilled that I had to take a picture of him in front of the car with his big cheesy smile and send it to my husband to show his boss just how much that tiny little detail meant to him. And that was that photo down the bottom that said big fan. Cooper was a very big fan indeed of what my husband's boss did to the car. So this is the other side now. I don't think I mentioned much about my photos on the other side, but it's all pretty explanatory. I tend to do a lot of journaling on my photos by cutting up strips of cardstock and just writing on, and then just embellishing those little clusters. I did have a 3x4 slot that was empty, and I was just going to make a filler card, but then I had this packet of, I can't even remember what they were. Just little die cuts that had words on them, and this one said good times ahead, so I thought that was quite fitting considering we were coming into Easter hat parade territory and things like that. So, and I was intending to make it a shaker pocket. In the photo at the end, I haven't done that yet, but I've just put some plain white cardstock behind it, put the gold in, and then I'm just going to throw some sequins and things in there and turn it into a cute little shaker pocket. This picture down the bottom, this was actually on Will's birthday. Like I said, Will's birthday was on the Sunday, the 1st of April, and he got Cake Splat, the game. And like I said, my in-laws were up from Sydney, where we live on the Gold Coast, and they come up a few times a year. And yes, so we all had a game of Cake Splat. It was hilarious. And I just wanted to journal how we played that and how much fun it was. I have videos and more photos of this, but it'll probably go in Will's birthday spread, so the following spread after this. But I had a 3x4 card, and I wanted to, which is the picture of Cooper, and I wanted to include some journaling about this, so I turned it into a 4x6 section, and I just added one of my old Project Life lined cards, and just a little embellishment up the top. Oh my goodness. I messed around with that card for so long. I just couldn't make anything work. It was bugging me. In the end, I just got something out and stuck it down and plonked it, and yeah, fiddled as best I could. It gets to the point where you just have to get on with the spread. You just have to stick it down because you'll second guess yourself forever. So in the end, I just grabbed something that made me happy and just glued it down, threw it on the thing, added my journaling, and moved on. I'm too far behind to get stuck in little things like that. So I really need to, get documenting. So that's what I did. So this little picture here is all the Easter presents I made for my two sons' classes. Will's in kindergarten this year, and Cooper is in year 5, but Cooper has been in the support unit for the past 3 years, and there's only 7 kids in there. So for the past 3 years, I've only had to do 7 little Easter presents. Well, Will's in a class of 19 children, so I had to do, my usual 7 plus an extra 20. And it was definitely a bit of a change. It was so much easier and cheaper when it was just Cooper's class. But anyway, this was our little packet of Easter eggs that we did for the teachers and the kids. We always do something like that. We always give out Easter presents and Christmas presents, things like that. Our kids, teachers, and class, teachers do a lot, so we just, show our little appreciation any way we can. And plus it's fun. The boys love it. The boys love doing things like that. So we just made up these little bags of Easter eggs, and that's just my journaling, adding, filling in about that. So the picture up the top is Will in his Easter hat parade. It's the best photo I could get. He's not very thrilled to be in a parade. He doesn't like people looking at him. He doesn't like being the center of attention. He doesn't like loud noises, big crowds. Yeah, so he wasn't overly thrilled. He was more anxious than anything. But, you know, I think he enjoyed it. It's some part of it. So this is a picture of him. And if there's any time to use a bunting banner, is it not this? So I threw it on the card and just did some journaling. My favourite way, just saying Will's Easter hat parade. It's his first Easter hat parade and they only do it up to year 2. So I like to document these. Now, the picture down the bottom, yes, this is, like I said, my in-laws come up for a couple times a year and they come up for Will's birthday. And my father-in-law brings a blow-up mattress, and we have a mattress, just a single mattress. We throw them all in the lounge room, and they all sleep together. My sons like to fight over who gets to sleep next to Granddad in the bouncy bed. So they take turns on the single mattress and the bouncy bed. And then this time I took a picture because the dog had decided to sleep there too. So this was just, you know, a cute little picture. This picture at the top is... we had an appointment with one of our key worker from early intervention, and she had to cancel, and we bought her an Easter egg because we buy presents for our therapists as well because they do a hell of a job, and she couldn't make it. So Will and I sent her this lovely picture of us eating her Easter egg and with the writing down the bottom saying Happy Easter. And so we sent her this, and I just wanted to scrap it and include it. But it was too small. When I printed it, it was square, so I had to shrink it to get it to fit. So I had a little bit left over. So what I did is I put it on a 4x6 piece of pattern paper and added my journaling of that story that I just told you off to the side, just so I had that included as well. So yeah, a different way to include some journaling and a different way to make that picture fit. But yeah, so I hope you've enjoyed my video. That's it for today, and I'll be back real soon with more. Bye for now.